Hello, hello, hello. Today we're going to be painting up the winged hive tyrant from the Leviathan box in a hive fleet kraken scheme. So let's get into it. First up, we're going to take some watered down skeleton horde and do this over all of the sort of fleshy bits. Next up, I'm going to take some corn red and begin base coating all the keratin armor shell stuff. Yeah. Next up, we take some Mephiston red, and to highlight, we're going to just sort of do a little edge highlight around all of the sort of segments. And then when we're done with that, we're going to take a bit more red. And we're going to add some little funky lines. You know how they've got lines? If there's any ridges on the armour, you usually want to just do those anyway. But then there's some notches, they're probably a good area to do it on. But you want to just give him some little pattern things. Evil Sun Scarlet. We're going to take this and we're going to pretty much do the exact same thing. Is the exposure too high? Doesn't matter. We're going to go again with just an edge highlight around the edge, like so. And then we're going to take where we did the red stripes coming up, we're going to do just a slightly smaller Evil Sun Scarlet one inside of each of those. Next up, I've got some Black Templar, and I'm going to take this reasonably unwatered down, and I'm going to put it on all the little claws and stuff, just to work as a sort of black base coat. That might be a bit too watered down, actually, because it's quite an opaque, what are they called, contrast paint. And on the claws, you can see I've sort of done a little bit of pinkish, if it would focus. A little bit of pinkish watered down red. I'm hoping to blend the red into the black. I'm also going to take this black. Yeah, that sort of thing. And I'm going to water it down slightly more. And I'm going to put it on all of the red carapace we just did. Just to darken the crevices. Next up, to highlight the black, I'm just going to take some basalt grey and do a little edge highlight. Okay, next up, for the wing areas, we're going to take some Nazdrag yellow, and we're just going to fill in all the white on the wings to give them this sort of yellowy bit. I also, for his little weird vein slit things, if it would focus, whatever they are supposed to be, I'm also going to pop this in there. Okay, so the wings have dried a bit patchy, which for like a living creature isn't necessarily a bad thing. It does add a bit of texture and stuff. However, I want sort of proper highlights, so we're going to take some Flash Gits yellow, and usually I would water it down, but this is quite a runny paint. I don't know if I just got a bad pot or if it's just shit. But yeah, we're going to take this, I'm just going to go lightly over the top of all the wing ridges to add some kind of highlight. Okay, with all of that done, it means it's finally time to move on to his skin, which we're going to start off with some slightly watered down snakebite leather. And this is going to go on all of the stomachy areas, maybe a bit less watered down. All of his stomachs and undersides, his sort of ribcage innard bits. The underside of his tail in particular is the main one I want to get. Next up, I'm going to take some Grimy Grey to highlight all of his just limbs and flesh. I also used a little bit of this, watered down ever so slightly, if you could see, on his rib cage to make it look all nice, to break up the darkness. Alright, we're in the final stretch now. We're taking some Dryad bark. I'm just going to zoom you in extra close. That's as far as it goes apparently. And now we're doing all the sort of little spot patterns along him to make him look a bit more like an animal, you know? Giving him a bit of, I don't know what it's called, a pattern. You want the bigger spots near the top where it meets the carapace, and then smaller spots as it sort of thins out down the limbs. Next up, some Arim Blue is going to base coat his tongue and eyes. Next up, some Baharoth Blue. We're going to take this, and we're going to get the smallest brush possible, and we're just going to do the tiniest of little highlights. Just like that. So yeah, that's kind of it. Thanks for watching. Sorry this one took forever to come out. See you next time. Okay, bye.